Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score! The handball shot, off the post, score!
Goes by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score! The handball shot, off the post, score!
Goes by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score! The handball shot, off the post, score!
Goes by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score! The handball shot, off the post, score!
Goes by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score! The handball shot, off the post, score!
Goes by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score! The handball shot, off the post, score!
Goes by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score! The handball shot, off the post, score!
Goes by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the third and final Mount Academy hockey game here today from Adelard Arena in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, home of the Mount St. Charles Mounties, and home to us here at Fans Only Sports Network now. As always, I am your play-by-play commentator, Chris Heatu, joined alongside Alan Duras, my camera operator here today. Us two, we've been here since 9 a.m., and we are here at 2 o'clock to give you the final game, U18 division, between, once again, the RI St. M's and the Connecticut Elite. So, both teams have concluded their warm-ups, and we are just about ready to go here to start up our third and final game. So far, the St. M's in this one, U14 team defeated the CP Dynamo this morning 2-0, and then the U16 team, right there, defeated CT Elite just a moment ago. Final score in that one was 8-0. So back-to-back shutouts for the Saints. We'll see if they can do it a third time in this one with their U18 players. So we are all set at center ice for the start in this one. And just like that, we are underway. First period has begun. And the Elite come away with the face-off. Taking into the zone, and an offside's called as number 88, that was Robbie Nolan, crossed the zone a little too soon. So they'll come back to face off at center. Lindstrom was the one ahead of him. This face-off taken away by the Saints. Riley Mullen sends it forward, out to center, and taken up by Pat Murphy. Pat Murphy with the chance right in front. The shot deflected away and saved. And our goaltenders tonight, number 9, Vladimir Maitanik, in net for the Elite, and in net tonight for the Saints. Trying to get a read on the jersey number. That's number 31. That's Cody Butikis. Cody Butikis in net tonight. And right in front, shot, score! There it is, right away, number 20. That's Gates Omicelli. Omicelli puts the Saints up 1-0. And we're only, I would say, that's about 47 seconds into this one, and we're ready to have our first score. And back at center, face-off taken away by the Saints. They lead immediately 1-0, and they dump this one into the zone. Going to be flipped away by Logan Carey, and at the point, dropped back down, wide to the right of the net. On the near side boards, puck flipping all over the place, can't seem to find one place to stay, and bounced off the boards and cleared back at center. Taken away by Connor Jingle and dropped into the zone. A lot of physical play. As DiCarlo sends it in front, bounces off the post and into the back of the net. Chase Pirtle finds the opening in the slot for the Saints, and just like that, we're not even over a minute in, and it is now 2-0. And back to it. And flip back up to center. Puck dropped down and kicked back up the other way. In the zone, another chance on the breakaway, and the shot deflected. And Mertz at the top of the zone, sending it over this time to Nolan King. King waiting, and another King, or TJ Kupek, dumps it down. And King flips it up ice, and it'll be shepherded by Anthony Cardelli. Mertz flips it forward, and it will dump into the zone. Circling behind the net and sending it up front. And dumped back in once again. Circles back the other way. And through center. At the neutral zone. It'll be brought in that time by Jake Lindstrom. Lindstrom rifling one over into the glass. And it'll stay in the Saints side. And whistle will stop play. And we got a trip call coming. And that's going to send Riley Mullen to the box for 2 minutes. And back in the action. The Elite looking to try and strike back. Lindstrom tried to deflect the puck off the boards, but the Saints get a hold of it and send it back the other way. And this one stopped at center. Sent over to Nolan. Ooh, a hard check there as Takalo knocked him off his game. And this one sent all the way back the other way to Maitnik. Gave it away that time to Ciarelli. And redirects is Murphy. Using the near side boards, Nolan. Excuse me. Body check there. And Ospik will dump this one back in. Buticus knocks it the other way. And the Elite will have to get back on side. 55 seconds to go in the power play. And puck tipped out that time by Jingle. Trying to get a shorthanded attempt right there. The Saints really being aggressive on the PK. Ospik, this puck high in the air, back to earth. And taken away by Jingle. Back at center. The puck is cleared away. Saints do a good job at clearing the puck and killing more of this penalty. Under 20 seconds to go now. Not a lot of time for Skeety as he gets set. And the Elite still can't find their first shot of the game on net. Loon. This time to his man. That's Ziesel. And missing Ossipik that time. Shot taken. And that one broken stick as a result. And knocked away again. And back to full strength of the Saints as they continue to move the puck through center. Carey finds the puck for the Elites and drops it back in. Buticus sends it back the opposite way. This time getting it over to Alex Bosland. Over to New. Looking for a man, and he'll send it over to Tulacrow. Tulacrow get behind Buticus's net, and flips it over to Jangle. Jangle to New. Giving it to Tulacaro, and finally get a stoppage of play, this time for an offsides. And the Elite take the puck away. Feed it over to the near side. Bouncing off the boards for Tulacaro. And stays on the near side. Coming back the other way. And they'll shepherd it up through center. Pirtle Over to Tuacaro. Bertle with a chance. It bounces off of the goaltender's pads. And Jangle and Pirtle retreat to regain control. Pirtle flying through center. Ooh, a little bit of miscommunication as he dumped it off that time to Blake Montgomery. And this one will go back the other way. They're going to call icing. 10:18 to go. Score still 2-0. We'll take a look at today's game sponsors. Today's game is brought to you in part by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information. And then by Hamden Sports Center, Connecticut's #1 hockey pro shop. And the face-off. And take it away here. Oh. And being taken up ice by Gutworth. And found back at center by Mertz. Mertz flipping the puck the opposite direction. And now Cardelli enters the zone. Cardelli giving it away. That time the shot bouncing off of the pads of the goaltender. That was Ventuscinque in on the shot. Ventuscinque has 6 goals on the season, including 1 assist. 7 points his total. And puck flipped back to center. Oh, excuse me, this is not accurate. And flip back up. Bradshaw rifling one, and a quick save by Buticus. And back through center, flipped up, and skating uphill is Hunter Bruce, trying to get on after. It's flipped back the other way by the opposing player, that's Robbie Nolan. At the top of the zone, Boslin, excuse me, trying to deliver a pass right in the middle. It was intended for Caracello, and trying to rip another one, but Daniel Prosma, excuse me, was wrapped up there. And now another chance. They continue to skate around, looking for the hole, and eventually goes right into the stomach of our goaltender. .806 to go in period number 1. Your score 2-0. To the top shelf of the zone, and rifled down right in front of the net. A strong chance coming for Omicelli. But Omicelli sends it away, and Tulicaro is going to have to retreat. Buticus sends it up front, and right there for Jangle. Wrap it around the far side behind the net and sent down ice. That was Slama bringing it down. And retreating after is Cardelli, and he'll get it on over to Tracy. And a whistle called. It's going to be for offsides. And the face-off back at center. Mertz gets it on over to King. King had sent it on over to Montgomery, and it's sent all the way back to our man in the net for the Elite. Majdanek up against the boards. It's brought back down, by Osipik. And Nolan dumps it into the zone. As the Saints look to break things up here. Puck flipped away and fed back to Pirtle, who sends it to the main zone to Montgomery. Through the neutral zone, Montgomery feeding it behind his back to New. And Mertz, the puck knocks free, and King gonna have to retreat as the Elite gets a line change. And a good pass into the zone, but Montgomery mishandling it, watches it cross back into the neutral zone. Flipped in, and they'll chase it down, the Elite. And back to center is Mertz. Mertz feeds it to Pirtle. Mertz retreated to the bench to go for a change. Gutworth traveling behind the net. Gutworth tried to bring it back to the middle and then gets it over to his man. That's Bosland. And unable to do anything with that. So they'll feed it through center ice. And a good feed over to Ventusinque. Ventusinque trying to handle the puck better than usual, and whistle called, and now some shoving from both sides. Goaltender a little aggravated. Kind of caused the first contact. And they'll get set here for the face-off. And dumped behind the Elite's net. Taking it up that time is Mark Husted Edwards. And flip back through center over to Gutworth. Gutworth couldn't find the separation there as Husted Edwards was all over him. Now taking it up is Tristan Skeet. And Bradshaw trying to maneuver through and flipped away. That was Carcielli, and he'll dump it back in. Bradshaw trying to chase it down. Bosland on top, and he ends up cracking him in the corner there. And a hard shot from Bradshaw, and a great save there by Buticus. And the whistle calls the play dead. And they'll kick him out. They'll kick out, that was Hunter Bruce. And instead they'll just have Daniel Prosma take the face-off. The Elite come away with the face-off, and Husted Edwards dumps it in. And it's wrapped around the boards. Spinning around, a lot of spins going on here. And Ciarelli, and whistle called. It's going to be offsides. Tulacaro, and this one hits off of the goaltender's glove into the glass. Did not leave play, so play will continue. Bruce dumps it around, and that time it will go out of play. And on the near side boards, they'll be brought up by Lindstrom. Pass was intended for Osipik, and instead it was taken away. Lindstrom trying to make up for the mistake. And they're going to just have to retreat even further as these passes are just very off. TJ Kupek was the one who passed it. This time Lindstrom into the offensive zone. Sends it behind his back over to Nolan. And Osipik, clotheslined on the hit. And that one comes rifling in, deflecting off to the left side. And across the blue line, the Saints will go and get themselves fresh skates on the ice. Flipped ahead for Ziesel, and now taken up by Cameron Cooper. Cooper tried to flip it off the back of his stick, intended that time for Jimmy Ziesel. And back through center. A good chance coming from Murphy, who rifles one. It bounces off of the tender's pads. Goaltender's pads, and we'll head back to center. King getting shoved around a whole bunch, playing keep away from him. And Murphy manages to knock the puck free. And it comes right back into their defensive zone. Moving it around this time. And Whistle calling the play dead after a hard shot on net. 2:42 left to go in the first period of action. Your score 2-0. Let's get a word from today's game sponsors. Today's game's brought to you in part by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information. And then by Hampton Sports Center, Connecticut's #1 hockey pro shop. And clock continues to tick away here. Thomas New. Puck flipped back and forth, and Mertz finds it there. He's going to redirect himself and send it back the other way against the boards. And back to center ice. Loon flipped up to center, over to Skeet. And Bradshaw takes it away and flips it behind that time over to Carey. Dumps into the zone. Loon trying to get on top of it is Brendan Loon. And the puck will instead be cleared back at the neutral zone. Just a few minutes left to go. Nolan has it. And nearly intercepted by Boslin, but it's kept in play by Osipik. Osipik getting all tangled up there as Boslin chased him down at the top of the zone. Ciarelli, hard shot, goes a little wide, but still in play. This one flipped back to center. And Casarelli, a shot there and a glove save made by number as 21. That was Chase Pirtle, came flying in. The shot differential a lot closer, and we're seeing that the elite, at least this U18 team, is playing a little bit more competitively than the other teams that the Saints have faced. However, they still trail by 2 goals. We can see them put on a sequence like they did just a few moments ago. They might actually have themselves a shot here. Busted Edwards through center. Flips it into the zone off the glass. Buticus flips it around. Away from trouble. Still in, and now finally back to the neutral ice. 1 minute to go until the first period comes to a conclusion. Boslin through center. It's dumped in. Bringing it around is Casarelli. Entering the zone now is Cooper. And taken away by Fiorello. It's Tulacro. And Whistle stops play with 35 seconds to go. And at center, face-off taken away. Buticus will stop the puck for Tulacro. Tulacro, that time over to Jengle. Tulacro dumps it around the backside of the net and sent around there and flip back in. Saints keeping up the pressure with just 15 seconds left to go. And this one heads in and continues play. Clock ticking away, and that will do it for the first period of action. Through 1, your score 2-0 as the Saints lead in this one. We're going to take a quick commercial break. while these two teams talk things over, and be back in just 30 seconds almost for the start of the second period. Oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Oh, Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
Oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Oh, Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And welcome back for the start of the second period. We are officially underway. Told you we wouldn't be gone too long. And we're back into the matchup. Score 2-0 as the Saints lead the Elite. And whistle stops play with 16:49 to go. And we already have a penalty. That's going to be the defenseman, number 70, Mark Husted-Edwards. And he'll head to the box for 2 minutes. So the Saints going to be on the power play. Not the situation the Elite wanted to be in after already trailing, but we have our first penalty of the game. Murphy trying to break the plane, and good job clearing it. No, it's going to stay in the zone. Murphy comes back to the middle, to the slot. The shot a little wide to the right, and bouncing off the glass. Stays in play. Jingle gets it over to Amicelli, and the shot rifled and saved by Miedenik. Minute 37 left to go on the power play now as stoppage comes. Murphy going to take the face off. And back to the top, Jangle gives it down and gives it away again. Jangle over to Ani. Shot by Murphy over the top of the net. And puck being wrapped around by Lindstrom. Murphy stops the puck on the floor. And Bruce, Jangle, lets this one escape him. Buticus retreats back to the net after Jangle came right in to secure the puck. And now he'll shepherd it forward. And Jangle at the top of the zone. Gives it back down that time to Amicelli. Murphy, crosser, shot right in front, nothing there. And Jangle rifles one on the one-timer there. That was 22. That was Jack Ani. Back to Jangle. Jangle to Ani. Ani coming to the face-off dot. Murphy rifling one right in front. The puck still loose. Off the rebound, they couldn't find another one. Ani trying to get around again. And Amicelli. Ani back to Jangle. Jangle back to Ani. Right in front, and finally play stops. As Hunter Bruce was right in front trying to finish the deal. 13 seconds left to go on the penalty. So far the Elite's PK has just been very solid. Elite, if you may, no pun intended. But who am I kidding? It was intended in the statement. Back into it. at the top. The shot from Bruce, a little wide to the left, New, and not much to really compete on the shot, and that will conclude the penalty. The Elite successfully kill it off, and an icing call will bring it back into the St. M side of things with 14:46 left to go. Wrapped around the boards. This one brought in by 21. That's Pirtle. In the zone, Montgomery tried to backhand it that time. Over to New. Bosland has it here. He'll redirect and go right in front of the penalty boxes and dump that puck in on the forecheck. Trapping it up against the boards. A chance, backhander, goal! That's Thomas New to sneak it off the backhanded stick. And the Saints make it 3-0. This team, not even just this team, all of these Mount St. Charles Academy teams have proven that they are just a well-coached organization and just a very well-oiled machine. They just have what it takes to dominate any facet of the game. And whiffing on the pass was number 89, Caden May. He's going to need some help from Logan Carey. Feeding it up that time to Skeet. Skeet right in front was trying to get it over to Loon. And now taking it back up is Cardilli. Trapping the puck up against the boards. And both sides still trying to navigate here. Pirtle. Dements. And right in front. Knocked off the chest there. And a chance again as the puck still dangles in front. And it's going to need to be cleared back at center. Sent back up for Cardilli. And dumped back in, Logan Carey on top. Carey flips the puck away, and so does Long. And Bradshaw, both sides can't seem to get it out, but finally they'll get him off sides. $13:19 to go. And we'll step aside for the word from today's game sponsor.
Want to close your home purchase or refinance faster? Contact me, David Delbonis, at 401-487-7379, President Precision Home Lending. Trust the experts and we'll make your loan experience amazing.
And that's the word from today's game sponsor right here on Fans Only Sports Network. Puck flipped around, far side board. And brought back down, chance, a shot, a little wide to the left. And still in play, but cleared back at neutral ice. Tulacro mishandled that one. And now after it was number 12, Jangle, and back at center. Now on the near side. Trying to cut it back to the middle. They'll use the boards there. Jangle drops it back down. That time to Caracello. And at center, Jangle clears it and in fact dumps it into the zone. Going to establish the forecheck as there was a line change for the Saints. And Murphy, that would have been dangerous if there was any opposing players in the vicinity. And a nice pass over to Amicelli. Amicelli sent the puck over to the far side, and now it'll come back to near as the Elite clear the puck through the neutral ice. And a chance, a shot, and knocked into the netting, out of play. So it was nearly a great opportunity for the Elite to break through and finally bust through the shutout. But these Saints goalies have been putting up all day. Gosselin sends it back the other way, and it'll be taken up front by Murphy. Murphy checked hard onto the ground. And now a chance, a shot, deflected away, and play will stop as, see what the call is. And so 17, that's TJ Kupek heading to the box for a penalty. So put the Saints on the power play. A chance to make it 4-0. And a draw on the face-off, Pirtle. And it's a roughing call. Excuse me. A roughing call. New trying to put it in front. And the puck dangles away. Boslin sends one down. Right in front, splitting out. And a big stop again. 1:35 to go on the PK. For the Elite. And puck hits the floor, wrapped around the backside of the Elite net. Using the glass to the advantage to move the puck up. Pirtle chasing down Lindstrom, who still has no stick. He had to go back and pick it up as he dropped it. And trying to get something. Find a way to get the puck out of the zone. Boslin sends it up on to Pirtle. Now shepherded by New. Pirtle, Boslin rifled one in. That time was Pirtle, and another save made with 49 seconds left in the penalty. And the face-off taken away. And a chance, rifling one, finds the back of the net. Almost made it look too easy, was Anthony Cardilli. And that's goal number 4 that ends the power play. And the Saints find themselves up 4-0. And at center, Saints come away with the face-off win. And puck dangling back to center. Jangle shoved around a whole bunch, and now taking it up is Cameron Cooper. Taking it through is Gunworth, and sent behind the net. Back at center. Excuse me. And a big save once again. Coming in from Christian Ventusinque, who brought it all the way up. Another great save by Meitnick. .9:42 left to go in period number 2. And it looks like we have ourselves another penalty against the Elite. It's going to be number 24. Argiro Casarielli headed the box for 2 minutes. So Saints get another power play opportunity. They've already converted on one of the 2 power plays they've had. We'll see if they can make it 2 for 3. And cleared through center. And it's a holding penalty that was charged. And Bosland, actually they're going to call it hooking. Chance for Bosland at the point. Instead opts to send it back down, but they'll give it back to him. That time it was sent over and shot right on net, deflecting away. And another chance brewing. Back to Bosland, who backhands it. And another chance as Bosland sends it over. That time, Ani. And right in front. And finally stopped. .57 seconds left to go on the PK for the Elite. Jangle at the top. Gives it on over there to Montgomery. Montgomery, that time gave it to Prosma. Wrapping around the net is New. New at the top to Jangle. Jangle back to New. New sending it to Montgomery right in front for Pirtle. And it's knocked away. Prosma, excuse me. Here comes Jangle again, giving it to Montgomery. Montgomery this time to Pirtle. There he is, and now Jangle at the top. Sends it through the slot. Another chance off the rebound, and a great save made. 22 seconds left on the power play for the Saints. And whistle's called, saying no substitutions. At the top, Jangle rifling one, another save. Montgomery gets it back. Trying to cross it. Going to have to clear back at center. And that will all but do it for the power play. Elite back to full strength. And the Elite trying to set up an attack after getting the puck back. Ments sending it all the way up ice. The Pirtle, right in front, a chance. And Mitek, another one knocked away and a save. And a stoppage of play. And a good chance at the top, giving it to Mertz, feeding it over to Cardilli. Now this time it's taken in by Gutworth. Gutworth dropping it off there to Tulacrow. Tulacrow. This time it's Cardilli. Cardilli, Mertz setting one down as it deflected high in the air. Nothing to find there. Ventuscinque couldn't come up with it. It's going to get trapped at the top in the neutral ice by Tulacrow. Gunworth trying to chase it down. as the puck's trapped against the near side boards in the corner. Rugby scrum going on down there, as no one can really seem to come away with it, and it's finally flipped back in. A chance right in front of the net, and stopped immediately by the defenders, and puck cleared through the neutral zone. Tulacro brings it back up, and a nice feed up front to Ventus Sinkway, a little wide on the shot, and back through center, the Elite come charging in. A lot of speed to back them. A chance for shot, ooh, a little wide to the left. I like the mentality there. Just a little wide for Long. And tipped away by the stick of Tulacro, and Tulacro dumps this one around. Kupek sends it behind the net that time to Jack LaFontaine. And this one dumped up front. 5:15 to go. King with a big stop as the puck was floating right towards Butikis. And now a chance for Bruce. Hunter Bruce wraps the puck around. A good chance right in front of the net, and knocked away with the stick by Meitnick. Bradshaw trying to generate something, and another big save, and another one going right at him. The Elite have had some chances that just haven't been able to find the crease. And this puck, a good feed up front to Nolan. Nolan, ooh, that one knocked away, as there was a nice backhander shot on the net. Tried to see if he could sneak it past. And now taking it up, a chance, King. Ooh, he probably should have just taken the shot as he dropped it off to Omicelli. And taken away by King again. King definitely had a nice opening in the slot. He just didn't pull the trigger. And now Ani sends it up front. Oh, a chance, and Ani finds it. No? Will they say no? And it looks like they'll give it to him. 5-0. Give credit to the goal once again to Jack Ani. 5-0 the score now, with 3:53 left to go in the second. So no matter what, it doesn't matter. These teams that have faced these Mount Academy teams just have not been able to really compete at a high level. This is just a very well-coached, very well-oiled machine, as we've mentioned. And it's just something that, as a coach at Mount, that really produces hockey excellence, it's something you'd love to see. Shot on net, deflected away by Butikis. And getting wrapped around. And flip back to center ice. Taking it up now is Pat Murphy. Murphy, the shot, it was a wide open lane to the left as the puck went out of play. Omicelli had the whole left side of the net exposed, but just whiffed on the shot. 3:13 left. At the top. New. Bounced up to the top to Tulacro, and it bounces off of Meitnick's shin pads. Tulacro sends it over to New, and now a good chance brewing for Pirtle. A shot and a split made, and another tough save. And New getting taken off. Montgomery going to go in for the face-off now for the Saints. And kept in, dumped back in by Mertz. New behind the net. And taken away up front there was Kupek. Trying to bring the puck right in front of Chance. Wow, another great save by Butikis. As number 10 was Igor Osipik delivered a deadly shot that was saved. And we're back in it. King wraps this one around the boards, back to center ice. Right in front, it's kicked back. And Ciarello will send it in. Flipped up front that time to Skeet, or excuse me, LaFontaine. And Ventusinque, a hard hit. On the check near the home bench, and they'll give it to him. Ventusinque didn't handle the puck very well, and so LaFontaine took it away, and now taken away by Mullen. And dumped in and knocked out of play. 1:36 left to go before we hit the intermission. And whiffing on the pass is definitely not a good look. It was Caden May. Ventusinque now to bring it up. Gunworth to his right as he wraps around trying to get the chance, and nothing there. And Leon to bring it back up. Leon rifling one, and it's deflected off of Butikis. 1 minute left in the period. And now a chance for Ventusinque. A shot knocked away. And puck stuck up against the board, snow gathering all over the place. As the Zambonis definitely going to have to come out here and resurface this thing, as the ice has just really been used up a whole bunch. Now bringing it up is Leung, who dumps it in. Butikis knocks it away from behind the net to Bosland. Bosland intercepted and taken away by Osipik. Osipik trying to wrap around, and that shot deflected. A little hesitation there, but I like where his head was at. Off the back of the glass, trying to find a way behind the net. And this one sent back to center. And that will conclude the second period of action. Your score sits at 5-0 after 2 periods. And we'll take ourselves a break while these two teams take themselves a break. We'll get ourselves warmed up a little bit for the final period right here as the Zamboni works its magic. We'll be back right here on Fans Only Sports Network for the conclusion of this one. 5-0 as the Saints lead the CT Elite. In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Dumps in, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
right-hand ball shot off the post, score!
First right kick goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the final period of this one as the Saints lead the Elite by a score of 5-0 through 2 periods. Trying to pitch a full shutout for all of Mount Academy games today. We'll see if they can do just that. We are underway. As the puck heads down ice, it'll be dumped away there by Nolan and taken away by the Saints as Omicelli brings it up quick. Trying to feed it in front. The shot knocked off the glass there as that was Riley Mullen to bring that pressure right away to the Elite side of things. Now down, backed up to Bosland and just brought into the chest of Meitnick. I'll stop the play with 6:31 to go. One last look at today's game sponsors. Today's game is brought to you in part by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information. And then by Hamden Sports Center, Connecticut's #1 hockey pro shop. And Bosland takes another shot there, and it's deflected away. Going back into the other side, it is cleared, no icing. And Bosland wraps it around the boards on over to Omicelli. And Boston will take it back up. Dumping it into the Elite side. King wrapping it around. And dumped up front, sent on over now to LaFontaine. And LaFontaine sends it back into his own side. And circulating the puck around as Cecil was trying to get the puck moving, couldn't find the Pirtle and New heading down this way along with Montgomery. And Jangle trying to get in on the equation, but Montgomery trying to poke check there around number 68. That's Landon Hackler. Skeet, chasing it down alongside Slama and sent back down the other way. Slama has it, trying to rip one. He can't seem to get it loose, and none of these Elite players could seem to get on top of the puck and get any extension. Puck dumped into the zone as we approach under 15 minutes to go here in the third period. Trying to bring the puck around the net. He'll just nearly, we thought we landed on top of it. Pirtle. And sent behind. And that time, Tulacro couldn't seem to come up with it. Now back at center. It's ripped back in and cleared. Line changes come. For both sides, Lindstrom knocks it off the pads there. This one sent back to center. And a whistle to stop play. 14-16. Ventusinque sends it over to Mertz. Mertz checked into the boards as he dumped it into the zone. And Cirdello sends it to Ventusinque. And back intercepted by Osipik. And Nolan trying to take it across. He lost his stick and fell. And it's going to get dumped in by Lindstrom, who will head to the bench. LaFontaine back out there. He's trying to meet number 16. That's Jake Gutworth. And Cardilli and Ventuscinque. And a whistle called, stopping the play. And that's actually going to send Christian Ventuscinque to the penalty box with 13:25 to go. So the Elite the CT Elite will get the power play as they send Christian Ventuscinque to the box for roughing. And telling Lindstrom to get lost and have somebody else come in. That's going to be Ziesel to do the face-off duties. And it's right off the rip, this face-off, it's cleared. And that's definitely not something that these guys wanted. They win the face-off, and in fact, they clear their own puck. And dumped over that time to Ziesel. Ziesel with the feed. Over to Lindstrom. And tipped away off the backhander of Sam Carasello. Minute and 30 left to go on the power play, as it only has just begun. And Ziesel going to send it behind his back, that time to LaFontaine. And met right away with Ziesel back in the zone. And this one cleared back at center. Lindstrom going to have to chase it down when the Saints get a line change. Hard body checks coming from the Saints defense. And a chance. Murphy all by himself. Backhander save right there. Under a minute left in the power play. We nearly just saw a shorthanded goal by the Saints. Pat Murphy, the one to gain the separation. There's Prosma right there trying to find something. Ooh, that shot a little wide to the left. We haven't seen many shots on net so far, especially on this power play. The stick snaps. And the whistle to stop play as Logan Carey was the one who tried to take a shot, and his stick broke. .28 seconds to go, and number 14, or excuse me, that's going to send actually Logan Carey to the box for 2 minutes. Might be an interference call. So 2 minutes now for the Elites. So we'll have 4-on-4 hockey for the next 28 seconds. And it's a hold that they'll call him for. And Caden May dumps it in. Butikis sends it along the glass. A chance for Lung, and that one a little wide to the left. And this shot gonna go right into the protected netting, and that'll stop play. 3 seconds left until we're back to a power play. Except this time the Saints will be on the power play. And that is Tulacro. And now taking it up is Omicelli. And a lot of traffic in front of the boards as the Elite sends it back to center. They had a chance to have Sable take off and make it a breakaway attempt. But just not enough room and a bad feed on the pass. Murphy takes it around into the zone, trying to feed a man right in front of the net. And it falls flat in its tracks. Under a minute left now on the power play. And the puck was right there on the goalie circle and dumped along the boards. Jangled couldn't get the key stop on it. Murphy going to have to retreat after it as the Elite get a line change. Both sides will do so. Bruce feeds it across to New. New has had a lot of space. Didn't get the help from Montgomery he needed. Under 30 seconds now remaining in the power play. This puck back at center by Krosma. And Boslin sends it back to Pirtle. And taken across now by New. New traps the puck down, and now a good chance coming. And a save. 7 seconds to go with 10 minutes dead even. Dumped around the boards this time for Casarelli. And back to center. This one taken in by Husted Edwards, who dumps it in. Buticus flipping the puck away, nearly made it a dangerous proposition there for himself. And now flips it up to Pirtle. Pirtle had to redirect himself and clear it as they would have been called for offsides. Montgomery gets it over to New on the boards. And a chance for Husted Edwards, rifling one, it hits the glass. And another one coming in, knocked away by Buticus. And this one flipped, brought back down at center. As Casarelli was the one to bring it back into play. And now sent up ice to Nolan King. Behind the backside of the net, and it's fed up front to Bradshaw. And Buticus lets that one slide. Mertz behind his back. Now being brought up by Cardilli. Zessel behind him. And flipped up front. This time taken in by Mullen. And dumped into the zone. Already a dominant 5-0 lead. The Saints just haven't looked back from start to finish. They've just played elite hockey throughout, not just this matchup, but all the matchups this morning, going from the U14 to the U16 leagues. Even last night with the U15 league, just pure perfection on all facets of the game, from offense to defense to even goaltending. They were there and threw it all. And for all you hockey fans, they're really enjoying this Youth Academy hockey action here at Mount St. Charles. Be sure to go to fansonlysports.com to not miss a moment's action of the winter sports season as high school hockey starts up next weekend. A lot of big games to be had, to be called. And of course, one of them I will be calling is going to be LaSalle going to Burrillville. And we got ourselves a fight going on down on that end, as both players really going at it with each other. That was Alex Bosland of the Saints. And still looking for that jersey number there. That was number 10. That's Igor Osipik, both going at it with one another. Of course, next Saturday, LaSalle Rams taking on the Burrillville Broncos in Burrillville. Should be a good one right here on Fans Only Sports Network. I'll be calling that matchup. If you want to check out that or any of our other great high school hockey matchups coming up this winter, go to fansonlysports.com. That's sports with a Z. And get your single game or full season streaming passes. Osipik in the box. And referee's just trying to sort some things out. And we'll step aside for just a moment. Back in 30 seconds. And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Oh, Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Comes in, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And we're back. Just had to sort some things out as our head officials trying to get everything under control. Sent a couple of players to the locker room. Their day's done for the fighting. And so we're finally back into the action. LaFontaine sends one a little too wide to the left of the net, out of danger, and whistle called. And so, tripping call called on Cody Butikis, a man in the net, and looks like they're going to have to figure out who's going to go to the box, but called for the tripping. So they're going to send number 16 or number 6, and that's Daniel Prasma for 2 minutes for the tripping call to keep Butikis in the game. Butikis very close to having a shutout. We'll see if he can finish it off. This one right in front, and Bruce just couldn't finish the deal. The Elite bring it back through center. Casarelli and Butikis saw the danger, had to stop it immediately. 1:41 remaining on the penalty. And both players that were called and a chance right in front, knocked down at the point and wrapped around and taken away by Pat Murphy. It's 2-on-1. A good chance, and Murphy whiffed on the shot. Wow, that was just a perfect setup, a good deception, a good mind game. Just couldn't finish the deal, especially you found two offensive players slip behind the defense. That's something they're going to want back. Under a minute to go on the penalty. At the top for Ziesel. That one passed down to Carey. And on the far side, a shot ripped on the defender. That was number 82. And that was Jack LaFontaine. Playing some keep away, but eventually it finds the home of Noah Mertz. And at center ice, they'll pass it back up. Under 30 seconds to go as the puck shuffled back behind the line into the neutral zone. And sent over that time to number 21. That's Pirtle. Pirtle through the zone. Has New to his right. And the puck flipped up in the air. And 5:04 remaining. And it looks like we already got ourselves a penalty coming after the power play just concluded. And that's going to send number 92, that's Tristan Skeet, to the box for 2 minutes. We'll still wait. I didn't get to check to see what our head referee said, but we'll hear our PA announcer, Pam, tell us what went on down there in just a moment. And that's going to be an interference call. And a good chance for the Saints to pull something up. Jangles, hard shot that's knocked off the pads there of Mitnick. Yep, they still have Vladimir Mitnick in the game. This one, trying to feed it right in front, and Mitnick makes a big save again. 4:41 to go, 1:38 remaining in this matchup. Our time is almost done here, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that this commentary has been a ecstatic one, to say the least, and hope you enjoyed the content that Fans Only Sports Network provides each time we come here to Mount St. Charles and do these Youth Academy hockey games. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in once again. It's been a great game. So it's been a great series of games for these young kids, and we always expect to see some good matchups out of them, especially from Mount St. Charles. New, over to Pirtle. Pirtle trying to find it behind Mitnick, and it's stopped again. New has it here, and brought in by Pirtle. Pirtle, a bad pass as that one went right out of the zone intended for Jangle. But Jangle using the speed to get beyond. Under 4 minutes to go now, and under a minute remaining in the penalty. Brought all the way back beyond the neutral zone is New. And gives it to Pirtle. Pirtle was really asking for it there. Pirtle, nice maneuver on the juke. Hard shot in the pass. A little too off to the side. They'll try again. Another chance, and it was right there. As you could see, number 14, that was Ventus Cinque, was shadowing it to the right. It was a good feed from Blake Montgomery, but they'll have to try again. Under 30 seconds remaining on the power play. Ventus Cinque right in front and carry. It'll stop the play dead. 3:19 to go and 17 seconds remain on the power play. And we're back into the action. Tulacrow. And a breakaway attempt coming as Bradshaw takes it up. The shot knocked away. That's one of the biggest attempts we've seen all game long. Bradshaw has it here. The power play concludes and they're back to full strength. Nearly had a short-handed goal right there to break the continued shutout from all of these Youth Academy teams. That shot deflected down once again by Buticus. Murphy feeding it over the left side into the middle to Gutworth, and that'll stop the play with 2:43 to go. And we got ourselves another penalty. This one on Vladimir Sable heading to the box and called for slashing. So, with 44 seconds left, the PK will be over for the Elite. And wrapped around the boards. Flipped back up and knocked down to the ice. And Omicelli brings it up against the boards. Up against the boards here at the top for Mullen. And the shot rifled and saved yet again. .206 remaining. Trying to find the crease, and he's got an open lane. The shot finds the back of the net, and the shutout is finally put to rest. Give credit to the goal there to number 68, Landon Hackler. And the CT Elite break the shutout for the day for all Mount Youth Academy hockey teams. Score now at 5-1 with only 2 minutes remaining and 1:18 remaining on the power play. A nice short-handed attempt to get them on the board. Montgomery sends it behind his back, and Jangle sends it away to New. New having some trouble here as he sends it back to Butikis, who's going to just feed this off to Montgomery. Pirtle in the vicinity as well. Jangle bringing the puck up, feeds it over to Pirtle. Pirtle slipping through the defenders. Under a minute remaining in the power play now. And Montgomery back to the top to Jangle. Jangle to Pirtle. Back to Jangle. Jangle to Montgomery. Montgomery all the way back to Jangle at the top of the zone. Sends this one down. 30 seconds remaining on the power play. And Jangle keeping it in the offensive zone, and Montgomery has to bring it back to neutral ice and clear. 1 minute now left in the period, and 15 seconds left on the power play. Montgomery sends one wide to the left. A little wide to the left as it bounced off the pads of Meifnick. And they'll try to do something one more time. New coming back up, giving it to Mertz. Mertz spins around. New has it here. And dangling in front of Meifnick. That'll stop play with 33 seconds to go. And overall, final thoughts of today's game. Really, it's just been utter domination once again by a Mount St. Charles Youth Academy team. The Saints did their job from start to finish. They performed very well on power plays and just did everything they needed to do to keep this one up. We saw a much stronger performance from the CT Elite in this one. Definitely a lot more balanced, but just a little bit inconsistent at times. And these Saints, they're just too overwhelming. That's what they are. They're talented, and they bring a lot to the table every single game they play. So, no doubt why they won today. They are just simply the better team for this one. Mertz trying to set up in front of the net for Gutworth, as we go back through center. One more chance to try and etch a score on the board, and that will do it. Final 5-1 as the RI St. M's defeat the Connecticut Elite. And that will do it for us on the trio of games here from Adelard Arena at Mount St. Charles Academy in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. We thank you all for tuning in to today's matchup. Next weekend, ladies and gentlemen, starts the beginning of Rhode Island hockey season. A lot of great games to come throughout the year, and we hope you will all join us. Go to fansonlysports.com to purchase your single game or full season live stream passes. But until then, thank you all for tuning in to today's broadcast, and we hope to catch you on the next one. We'll hopefully see you tomorrow at those Mount Youth Academy games that we have going on here. Matt Jolis will take over for yours truly. But until then, this is Chris Hetu and Alan Darris saying goodbye, and have yourselves a great night and a great